You can take the initiative when selling. You can take steps to motivate and inspire people. You can anticipate what people will need to hear to get them past obstacles and overcome setbacks. You also need to find ways to ensure that you are not discouraged or demotivated. The path from first idea to final implementation is not straightforward. Innovations are intended to bring about positive change. However, even the idea of change causes uncertainty. The implementation of change can lead to unintended consequences and negative impacts. Along the path, you may have to deal with delays, setbacks, and criticism. Somehow, you need to stay strong and keep the faith. You tell yourself, I can do this. You need to believe in yourself. Self-belief is essential, but mustn't become unrealistic. As progress is made along the path to success, spirits rise. The ultimate prize is now within your sight, and you allow yourself to believe winning is possible. Positive emotions are a good thing, but it can go too far. Maybe you start to tell yourself that you deserve to succeed, justified by all your hard work, or maybe you deserve to win to right the injustice of past failures. It's good to be aware of the stories you tell yourself, how you explain success or justify failure. You need to keep checking your assumptions about the causes of success. You make some plans and you take your actions. You have some success. You then assume that the success is a direct result of your plans and actions. The danger is your assumptions might be wrong. It can lure you into a false expectation of continued success if you just keep doing what you've always been doing. For example, some of the teams in the 2018 World Cup who won their early games in the tournament did so mainly because their opponents made mistakes. However, they assumed their success was because of strengths in the way they were playing. They continued on, played the same way, but then they met an opponent who didn't make a mistake and they were defeated. You need different strengths at each stage of the journey toward your ultimate goal. The knowledge and skills that got you to stage 4 startup are not going to be the ones you need to take you on to stage 5 scale up. To continue on your journey, you will need to constantly reassess your strengths and weaknesses. Learning and personal development are a lifelong process. We like to look back at our success stories. We draw conclusions from these stories about the things we are good at. However, a strength can quickly become a weakness if the context changes. In your home country, your decisiveness may be seen as a strength. In another country, in a different cultural context, you may be seen as failing to take sufficient time to involve others in a collaborative decision-making process. It's the same behaviour, but sometimes it is your strength and other times it is your weakness. Context is everything. You cannot assume that people will share your cultural references. You need to be constantly alert to how each person is reacting to the way you are selling your ideas and intentions. You need to be prepared to flex your messages, style and approach according to the needs of each different context, while all the time maintaining confidence in what you are trying to achieve and with a resilience that will allow you to overcome any difficulties. Change is an exciting journey with many twists and turns. Along the way, it's worth asking the question, how can you believe in yourself?